I mean, I can look it up and get like the exact answer for that, but I can just answer balabatish that Yosef was second in command. He was the viceroy of Egypt. He was the right-hand man to Pharaoh. He could probably get everything he wanted from him. You know, he was like the David Plouffe of.
Who's David Plouffe?
He's the guy. He's the head guy. You know what happened in the Obama administration today?
William Daley, the chief of staff, resigned.
When the chief of staff resigns, you know that there's heavy-duty politics going on behind the scenes.
Right.
Right. So,
and Michelle Obama didn't want a white Catholic guy with that much power. That's what was on the Drudge Report. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so Plouffe, we were learning, is actually the main guy. He's more important than the chief of staff. Chief of staff is apparently a figurehead position, and Plouffe pulls the strings.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying. So
okay.
Joseph is like the whatever. He's the chief of staff, but he's even more important. He's the right hand man. He's the guy who actually does all the thinking. The puppet is the pharaoh. The pharaoh is the puppet,
right?
And Joseph pulls the strings. So the idea of him needing to ask permission, I don't think is a question. But I could actually look it up to see if I'm correct on that. But it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much of our life is being influenced by our name? See, I believe my life has been shaped by having been named Luke Ford. It's kind of a superstar name.
Yeah. Nobody's heard of you.
My Hebrew name is Levi Ben Abraham.
Wait, slow down. Just, Mr. Ego, it's a superstar name.
It is.
How come I never heard of you and never seen you until the day that I was told, why don't you go, Luke wants to interview you?
I guess you lived in a ghetto.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Superstar.
So my Hebrew name is Levi Ben Abraham. When
That's a great name.
Levi, that brings out a whole different side of me. And when I'm called baby, that brings out another side of me. When I'm called, Luke, that brings out a whole different side of me.
But apparently the side that you like is when they call you daddy.
Yeah.
That's from a previous show, that's what we learned.
Yeah.
You like that.
Yeah.
So
the Levites and the priests are set aside in the Torah
Can
system.
we call them, since we just said Levi, we don't say one Levi, two Levites. We say one Levi, two Levium.
I'm speaking in English for the Goyim who are watching.
Yeah, you're not speaking English. You're speaking like Greek there.
The Levites and the priests were set aside from the rest of the Jewish people, just as Jews are set aside from the rest of humanity.
Correct.
So I was hanging out from a friend from my childhood the other day, and I kept calling him Goy. I asked him to carry my bags.
Oh, no.
I told him to walk 5 paces behind me when we went down Pico Boulevard.
Okay, well, that's what you do with Goyim. That's what Goyim are. You know, people always say, why did God create Goyim? And we need somebody to carry your shit.
And I stuck him with the bill for lunch. And he finally got a bit tired of this treatment. And so I explained to him that one of the few benefits of being an Orthodox Jew is that you have a hechsher, permission to be a bigot. Because your life is significantly narrowed thanks to the observance of Jewish law, which makes it difficult to fraternize with non-Jews and non-observant Jews, it's kind of easy to view the rest of the outside world as only good for making money from them. So the life of the Orthodox Jew is demanding, at least you get to look down on everybody else.
Okay, wait, I wouldn't agree with all that. I would agree with most of it, like the first 5 lines.
Yeah.
But then you veered, and I have to take issue with it.
Okay.
We don't view the outside world as only good for making money.
No?
No, go back to. I need to look at that while I'm talking.
Okay.
We look at the non-Jews like they're here to serve us on things, not because we're trying to get their money from them. That's not accurate. We need them to serve us. You know, it's like we open up a business.
Right.
We need people to do the work inside of it.
Right. We need people to take Alexander lessons.
I'm not even going to go there. We need people, you know, to run our kosher restaurants. You go into kosher restaurants on Pico, you're not going to see Jews working there.
Right.
All of the people who are your waiters and washing the dishes and taking your order and cooking are all Mexicans, right? Right. So we need people to do the work, right? To, you know, drive us places and this and that. Right. That's what Goyim are for. They, you know, turn on the
lights on Shabbos.
Turn on the lights on Shabbos and whatnot, right? The other thing
Sweep
is
the floors and scrub the toilets out. Like when we defecate, we need them to go in and scrub the stains away.
Yeah.
So that the porcelain's nice.
But we're not making money off them.
No, we pay them.
We pay them for all these things. We pay them handsomely. We probably pay them more
than Goyim would pay.
Than the Goyim would pay, and that's why they like working for Jews because
exactly.
Because we're good to them. We're good to them.
Yeah, don't lose your place.
We're good to them. We know how to treat non-Jews, and we pay them.
Make them feel special.
Right. So I wouldn't say we use the outside world to make money. I'd say we use them to do stuff that we won't do ourselves. Like Jews don't bang hammers. That's Goyish work.
We bang black babes.
Stop. Okay. Then the last line I disagree with, because you said the Orthodox Jew, by the way, there's no such thing. It's a frum Jew is you look down on everyone else. I don't look down on anybody.
You look down on me.
I look down on you because you asked me to. I mean, you ask for it. It's your actions. I don't look down on people just because they're not frum or they're not Jewish. I don't agree with that at all. You might think like, oh, I want to become an Orthodox Jew, and then I can look down on everybody, and I can look down on my family because they're not Jewish, and they're holding on to an obsolete religion, and I'm better than you because my religion's more special. So look at me, I'm a Jew now, I'm better than you. But like, I'm Jewish, and I don't follow that at all. I don't agree with that, and I don't think because I'm a Jew I'm better than anyone else. What I do agree with you with, and I'm glad you brought it up, is that you said that we're bigots. Oh, absolutely. Torah is very bigoted. Torah is very racist. Torah defines everybody by their ethnicity. It's very non-politically correct. And it defines everybody, you're either a Jew or you're not. And if you're a Jew, you get like the Torah and all these mitzvahs. And if you're not a Jew, you don't. And it treats everybody completely different based on your lineage and your ethnicity, right? And it says some groups of people, right, we're allowed to kill them if like wipe them out, like the 7 nations of Canaan.
The Palestinians.
No. Like 7 nations of Canaan way back then, right?
Yeah.
So it defines everybody by who they are, right?
Yeah.
And non-Jews and Jews can't intermarry. Right? So there's a difference between people. So it's not politically correct. It makes definitions of who people are.
Yeah.
It's not like Christianity, right? Where in Christianity it's like, just love Jesus and we're all one. It's all good. Right? And it's not like humanism where we're all the same, one world. I want to eat my granola. Right? Mm-hmm. We're not like that. It's not like some hippie cult or something. It's very defined who's who, and there's certain rules on that, and it's based on life. But that doesn't mean that it's negative. There's something wrong with you because you're this or you're that.
Right.
That's different. That's like hateful bigotry.
Right.
And Judaism doesn't condone that. Judaism says you have to love everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to love them, but you have to understand that these people are different than these people. That's all. But we don't condone hate and bigotry that's mixed with hate. Yeah. So, like you say, well, I won't hire so-and-so because he's a damn Mexican. I'm not going to hire this guy because he's Schwartz.
Right.
That's not got anything to do with Judaism.
Exactly.
Right? And the proof of the pudding is, go on Pico. Yeah. Like, everybody hires Mexicans.
Yeah.
Like, there's more Mexicans working at kosher restaurants than there are Jews that are eating at them.
Yeah.
So we're not bigoted that way, right?
Yeah.
We just define everybody by who they are, Oh, the Roman Catholic just walked in. That's how we define people.
Right.
And we don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Right. Okay, so you made your point.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me do that.
So, the type of bigotry that I see in Orthodox life, I think is largely harmless because there's nothing about doing any harm to anybody in it.
Exactly.
And, you may think that other people are less disciplined or less smart or less moral than yourself. You may or you may not think that. And, sometimes you'll get this intoxicating feeling of superiority because you lead a hard, disciplined life that's, really wise life because it comes from the Torah.
Yes.
And, perhaps that I've made some wrong and shameful interpretations of the Jewish tradition, but it's all a lot of fun and nobody gets hurt. So